All right, welcome to this week's version of the Coach's Show, showing the highlights from our big win up at Bowdoin. I was very, very happy with the way our team prepared and played in this game. It started out right away in a third down here. We're going to run our cover one, which we've been playing very good defense here in cover one with our three corners on the field. And we're going to try to get some pressure with a four-man rush and a spy. And you can see the man coverage here. We got him really locked down. And then John Fiore as a spy is about to pop free here. Just outstanding execution by those guys. And we actually held Bowdoin to 0 for 13 on third down in this game, which I don't know if you can do much better than that. So that gives our offense the ball back. And as has been a theme with this team, we got off to a hot start. This is our opening drive after that third down stop. This is a third down play ourselves, and Jax Carroll does a really good job here of seeing the rotated coverage. And against this coverage, the weakness is this seam, and he's going to hit Devanney there. Great job by Ben making that catch and getting us a first down. A couple plays later, we're going to motion Darrison Hooper across and actually run a flood to the field. You can see that they're overplaying, which I totally understand. They're overplaying Nolan O'Brien, which leaves the under route open here as Hooper comes across. Well-designed play there. Good job by Jax reading that coverage and getting it to Hoop. And a good adjustment here by our offensive staff. They see Bowdoin playing a three-man front with their Will walked off the ball, so we're going to run a middle zone here into the boundary. Very well blocked up by the O-line, and then Tyler is able to just outrun their Mike linebacker and get us on the board 7-0. So great start. Now they get hit us on a pass play here to get the ball across the 50, and then we got a penalty, which was actually an interesting penalty. One of our players had his helmet ripped off, and when your helmet's off, you're not allowed to participate in the play anymore. And he kept chasing the ball carrier, so they called him for a personal foul. But here, just a really good job of our guys up front. We're in a four-man rush, playing our zone coverage here now, playing our quarters coverage. Really good job by the guys up front, forcing that quarterback to his left. Big sack by Jose Ruiz, who played very well for us in this game. And then on second and very long, they go to a tunnel screen. Really good job by senior captain John Fiore playing off that block, and we held them to a field goal there. So 7-3. Our offense is moving the ball here. Good job by Jax on the RPO. They're playing really soft coverage in the boundary, so he's going to hit Darrison Hooper. Hoop gets a big chunk gain there, gets us across the 50. Then we're going to line up trips in the boundary. Again, this is another RPO. This is an inside run play that you can see they're playing really soft coverage in the boundary. So Jax is going to take advantage of that and just take the access to Benny B. And it's just really impressive to see our receivers core, Ben and Nick Barons and some of the young guys, because we've had some injuries at those positions, stepping up and making plays. That drive was stalled and we had to punt. And now this is a third down play. Really good adjustment here by John. We're playing a short yardage defense where he is a coverage player, but if the tight ends both end up on his side, it turns him into a blitzer. Great job by him here. Big sack for a loss. And, it's when you have as many veterans as we have on the defense, you're able to do some things like that where they're making adjustments based on formations. And so it's 7-3 here. We've got them pinned deep, and we had we thought we could attack their punt protection. The way they line up their punt protection, they really only have, because they free release their snapper and they lined up with 3 snipers, so they really can only block 6 guys. So we just decided in this game we weren't going to try to run returns against this look. We were going to send 7 guys, and if all 7 guys did their job, one of them would be free. In this situation, it happens to be Shane Mosia, who does a great job understanding that that guard's trying to block him and that the personal protector's trying to block him, and he dips right underneath that personal protector, gets his hands on the ball, and it bounces right into Bryce Farrell's hand for a big special teams touchdown. Shane actually tipped another ball later on the same exact punt, so a good special teams battle for us in this game. This was kind of what they did, kind of what we had to adjust to. They gave us a ton of empty, so we kind of scrapped some of our game plan and just got into our traditional three-man rush front with an 8-man drop. Here we're doing it with 1 high, and really good job by the spy player Ethan Krause here, sniffing out that slip screen for a tackle for a loss. Again, back in the 3-man front. This is something we hadn't practiced. They're giving us a quads bunch, so we got back into the 3-man front and played our rolled coverage to this. And I thought the players did a great job here because it's 3rd and 12. So even though Charlie Cooper's a rolled player, he sank, something we've been working hard on, giving on these 3rd and longs, give him the underneath throw, rally to the throw, get him on the ground, and force the punt. So great execution there by our guys. And now our offense is back on the field. We got our change of pace guy here, Tate Hoffmeister. Really good job here, a good cut. The initial play was well blocked, but the cut was just outstanding. Got us an extra 20 yards. A couple plays later here, same type of thing, different scheme, but you can see really well blocked up. Good job by Richie here in his first career start against their best player. He handles the under move, tackle pulls around, picks up the linebacker. Hoffmeister gets to the 2nd level, makes a safety miss. 2 huge plays. Great job by the O-line and by Hoffmeister. Now down here on the goal line, down the 1, we go to the Wildcat with Nolan O'Brien here. Play that we had practiced this week, a little fake toss, trap play. Gets us to 21-3. Back on the field in 3rd down. Again, you can see against the spread, we're just 3-man rushing with a spy. And really good coverage downfield. Really nowhere to throw the ball at this point. Great job by AP as the spy player, getting to the quarterback there and forcing the punt. Right here, we're basically doing the same thing. We late check, you can see we were originally in a 4-man rush here, and they lined up an empty, so we checked to a 3-man front. But now we're playing man, not zone. It's 3rd and 2, and a really good job here by Tyler, taking the point, and Shane playing over the top of the point and getting the pass break up to force another punt. Right. Now, we have not been great in the 2-minute drill this year, although we haven't had a lot of opportunities. So we decided here with 2 minutes left, even though we have a pretty good lead, we decided to get a good opportunity to practice the 2-minute drill. And here we are on 3rd down. Really good job, good protection up front, and a good read by Nick Behrens here in the zone coverage. He gets past the chains and kind of finds a hole in the zone. Good job by Jack stepping up and finding him and giving us the opportunity to keep this drive alive. Again, it's 2-minute drills. You can see the chains aren't set. We're back on the ball, and we're going to run a 4 vertical here against their 1 high. Again, good protection up front, and Jack sees the 1 high safety. He's going to hit Benny B down the seam again. Good throw, good catch. Clock stopped on the 1st down. Couple plays later, Thought Jax got a little bit greedy here on the RPO, but made a good throw to Nick Behrens, who makes a good contested catch here on the sideline. Gets out of bounds on the 8-yard line. And then you kind of knew this is what you're getting from Bowdoin. When you get down in here inside the 10, they like to put everybody on the line and play cover 0. So we worked really hard on this all week. We're going to full slide the line, just try to give the quarterback enough time to get the ball out. We're going to run a corner route to Behrens here and bring these two guys under. I think Jax kind of had his choice of who he wanted to throw this to. Probably could have hit Obi right there on the inside slant, but he hits Nick Behrens. Really good throw. Great body control by Nick, catching that ball there. And one of the things that I love about this team, there's no unselfishness at all. You know, here's our senior captain and our best player. Really could have given him the throw here, but he's not upset about it. He's pumped up for his teammate making a play, and you see that all the time with this team. Just great leadership, great unselfishness by the players. Bowdoin tried to go into 2-minute drill themselves here, so we're in our 3-man rush, but AP, who was our defensive player of the game, again, great job on the spy. He made a lot of good plays in this game. Great timing on the spy, too, and that kind of shut down the 2-minute drill there. So starting out, up 28-3 at halftime, we said to the guys, you know, we're going to try to shorten this clock a little bit. We're going to run the ball, pound the ball, kind of chew some clock and try to shorten the game and get this W and get onto Amherst. And first play of the second half, Woodford had different ideas. First of all, great blocking up front. Good patience by Woody waiting for that puller. John Curran's coming around, and Woody gets right in his hip pocket. And you could see they were really concerned about Nolan O'Brien, so they were kind of playing this double team. Now, we took Nolan out at halftime. That's now Keegan Sullivan. But they're still, by playing that defense, if you got the front level blocked, you had a big alley. And Woodford has great speed, and then Keegan does a very good job of getting up there on that safety. And instead of making this maybe a 10-yard gain, Keegan getting up on the safety turns this into a 75-yard gain. So great job by the guys up front, and Woodford has been it's a nice luxury when your fourth tailback is a big play player. Okay, coming back out on defense now, really good job by Jose on they're trying to run a little jet sweep, and we're playing Jose as a high player in the boundary. Now he comes off the tackle, but you can miss tackles when your defense plays with this amount of effort. And the swarming to the football has been outstanding this year. So this third down, we decided to blitz, bringing both linebackers up the middle, puts a little pressure on the quarterback. But again, excellent man coverage, forces the kid to throw it out of bounds and forces a punt, gives us really good field position on offense. Here on this third down, going to run a little slip screen to Woody, really well timed up. Good job blocking out on the perimeter here by the lineman. Tomas, who's also having his first career start here at center, gets out and gets up on a safety. That gets us into the red zone. We stalled in the red zone there, but Max Wallace was able to bang home a field goal to make it 38-3. So now we have the opportunity to start getting some younger guys in on the field. So we've got all young guys up front here, a couple of our backup safeties in. Again, you can see AP here on this under route, just a great job with the zone drop, and he was credited with 2 pass breakups in the game. That's one of them. Okay. Again, you can see the quad set, something that we hadn't practiced, but again, we made a check, get into the 3-man front, roll the coverage to the quads. You can see it's 3rd and 3. Love the fact that the players understand that. You can see how much more aggressive Bryce Farrell is here on the same exact call than Charlie Cooper was when it was 3rd and 12, and he ends up actually breaking that pass up. Just smart football play by him there. Now we've got all young guys on the field. Great opportunity for these guys to get a chance. show what they can do. And they're going to try to put the running back down the chute here. And AP does an excellent job. Technique, perfect technique on that running back down the chute. I know I'm saying young guys, and you see older linebackers on the field. We don't have any choice at linebacker. We're so thin right now. We basically have 4 guys. So those 4 guys are playing every play, and they're all good players. All right, you can see 3rd and forever here. Good job by our guys sinking. Great job by Emery Sensoy at the nose in this 3-man rush. You can see he just totally uses a nice wrestling move on that center. Emery is a really good wrestler, which helps him as a nose guard. We had to do a lot of chasing in this game. That kid scrambled around a lot, but our guys did a really good job of containing him. Later in the game here, all backups in the game, and we're trying to run clock. Bowdoin keeps running double fire. They're zone blitzing the heck out of us, which it's tough to run the ball when they're crossfiring you like crazy. So Cam Holland does a good job here. This is actually a run play, but he's like, we can't run this ball into this crossfire, so I'm just going to throw the glance route. Good decision by him. Good route by Shane Hanlon, our freshman receiver up there. And this is Shane's first career catch, and it's also his first career touchdown. So you can see how pumped up our guys are for him to have that opportunity to get out there and do that. And future is bright with some of those young players here. Great football right here. Mike O'Connor at the Hawk position. We've got Fury playing field end, canceling the B. When the receiver blocks O'Connor, you got Sammy Petrosino showing up in the alley. When the outside receiver cracks him, you got Mike Olivo showing up on the edge. I mean, just outstanding football. And these guys spend the whole week playing scout team. They're helping out on scout team all week. And here they are fitting a run play to perfection. So great day to be a Bantam. Awesome job by our guys in all 3 phases, and puts us in the driver's seat here as the only team with 1 loss in the league. But we've got a big challenge with a very good Amherst team coming to the Coop this Saturday. I hope that you will come out and support us.